We will now review common manager tasks. The Journal Viewer is used to view receipts that have been journaled and printed out. Click the F4 Journal function key. This will open another window over top of the RMS transaction screen. By default, the receipts that are viewable are the ones from the current batch. Move through the receipts using the page up and page down keys on your keyboard. The left-hand section shows information pertaining to the receipt being viewed, including the register, batch, the number, and cashier. Along the bottom of the Journal Viewer are buttons used to choose what batch is being viewed and allow the reprinting of a receipt. When you are finished viewing receipts, click the Close button in the bottom right of the window. If a cashier is stepping away from the register, it is good practice to secure the POS software to prevent any unauthorized access. This can be done quickly by clicking the F9 Secure button. The cashier is then prompted to log back in. This action does not cancel the current transaction. In fact, if security prevents cashiers from performing returns, discounts, or other functions, it is possible for the manager to log in, perform the task, then have the cashier log back in to finish the transaction. RMS can be set to automatically secure after each transaction if security is a high priority for the register. It may be necessary for a cashier to open the cash drawer without processing a transaction. Dynamics RMS allows for this with a process called a no sale. Click the F8 No Sale function key to open the cash drawer and perform a no sale. If applicable, enter the reason code for why the drawer was opened. A journal entry is then made to record the no sale for later review by the manager. It is also possible to select which cashiers have access to this function. Opening and closing procedures. With a new batch open and ready for transactions, the first step in opening for the day may be to enter opening amounts. This is an appropriate time to record the float or starting cash balance. To enter the opening amounts, click F5, Open Close. Select the first option, Enter Opening Amounts, and click OK. Enter the tender amount in the appropriate field, and click OK. You are now ready to process transactions. Although it is good practice to enter opening amounts at the start of a batch, you can enter them anytime during the batch period. When it is time to reconcile the sales and tender totals, an X report is run to show the system totals. This is done by clicking F5 Open Close, choosing Print X Report, and clicking OK. The X report will print out. The X report will not do anything to the existing batch or affect any sales totals. It's just a useful tool to gauge what the system considers as your sales and tender totals. The X report will show up like a receipt and can be viewed in the Journal Viewer by clicking F4. When the sales figures are acceptable, it is time to enter closing amounts. An example would be counting the cash in the drawer and entering that total into the system. Click on F5, Open Close, and select Enter Closing Amounts. Enter the actual tender totals, and click OK. You are now ready to close the batch. To do so, run a Z report. The Z report will commit the sales figures and close the batch. It also opens a new batch, which is then ready for new transactions. To do so, click the F5 Open Close function key and select Print Z Report. Before clicking OK, make sure you're satisfied with the day's totals. Click OK. The Z report will print out. You have successfully closed a batch and the new batch is ready for transactions.